episode 12-inch figure Fanatic. Today we're going to be opening up DAFTOYS Shawshank Redemption. Now, I couldn't quite tell from looking at this. It's been a while since I ordered this, but I think it's a figure of Morgan Freeman, but the head for Tim Robbins is also included. So I guess you have to fetch your own body or somehow switch out the bodies. I don't know. We're going to open this up and figure it out, but the box is kind of large because it's supposed to come with the bench that they were famously sitting on in the film to get to know each other better. But let's see what we got. All right, so surprisingly, this box does have the words Shawshank Redemption on it. Typically, figure makers have shied away from using the exact words. It might be Shawshank Redemption or Shawshank Exception or something like that. But yeah, it's interesting that they pretty much have like a movie poster as the print on the box, and then this on the back, which is supposed to simulate the Bible that was hollowed out to conceal the pick. It's got a magnetic cover, which obviously doubles as a backdrop. Some makers have done this before. Famously, the patent figure with the American flag backdrop. I think it was the first time I saw that a few years back. All right. Oh, this is interesting. So you've got some documents. First off, I recognize the movie posters right away. So these were this particularly, so there's 3 posters here. I don't recognize the middle one, and I recognize this one, but I don't know her name. And then obviously this is Marilyn Monroe, but I believe this is the one that was covering the hole that he escaped from on the wall. So standard thickness of paper, no big deal there. And then you've got these documents here. No charge, welcome back. And then a new girl for your 10-year anniversary, red. I think these were like notes that came with the posters. They were gifted to him while he was in his cell. It's been a few years since I've seen the movie, admittedly, so I don't recall. All right, so a lot of stuff here. Interesting. Let's take a look at the figure first. It's got a little bit more weight than a standard figure to it. The head sculpt is pretty good. Perhaps the eyes are a little too big. Morgan Freeman has a little bit heavier eyelids or squintier eyes. I don't know how you would refer to it, but the eyes are a little too large here. But then again, he was a little bit younger back then as well. It's quite a few years now since the film, and his face maybe wasn't that saggy back then. The clothing, I like how it's weathered. The jeans are a nice thickness, not too thick, and the fit is nice. They're cuffed here. The shoes are sculpted, but they're weathered and detailed enough so that it looks like it is made out of material. No socks underneath, and it looks like the shoe goes directly into, yeah, no, there might be, nope. I don't know. Jury's out on whether there's a foot under there. The hands are very nicely detailed. You got the veins coming out there. There's some more than average dexterity here. And you've got his prison numbers on there. Yeah, pretty nice figure overall. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so we have another prison shirt and a cap. So if you want to change the look, and the jean jacket. And this was the mystery to me. So they included the head sculpt of Tim Robbins. but no body. And it's not like you could switch out this head sculpt with the other one because obviously it's a darker skinned body with the hands and everything. The likeness is decent enough. It's more of a departure from his actual likeness than I would prefer. But it seems very bizarre and interesting that they included this head sculpt in the first place. Yeah, it's just kind of random. You gotta go online and buy an entirely separate body, and even if you were to put a body on there, you couldn't put the same clothing because the prison numbers are unique to Morgan Freeman's character, so they'd be different. I don't know. It's just very strange to me. Quite a few accessories here. You've got a strong Bohemian beer bottle, a baseball and mitt, and it looks like there's a hole in there so you could switch out the hands so that he's holding the mitt. Pretty good detailing on that. It's just a single plastic sculpt. And, ooh, what is that? That's a mystery to me. Yeah. And then you got several hands. More than enough hands. Huh. Just randomly sitting there was a harmonica. It's made out of plastic. And this looks like the tubing for the posters, just like in the film. You've got a wood chess board, and it's looks like painted on print. And then you've got several chess pieces, and these are made of plastic. And let's see, it looks like, yep, these are the pieces of the bleachers. And so this is made out of metal, and it's got some weight to it. I think they could have done this in plastic and been okay. Interesting that they chose this, and it's a solid metal too. It's not hollow. But let's get this all set up, assuming there's nothing underneath here. Let me verify real quick. Yep, that's it. All right, let's get this set up and see what it looks like. All right, so here it is set up, and it's a nice presentation. Overall, I mean, I'm loving how much is included with this figure, but there's just a few things that don't make sense to me. First of all, I went on the online to try to find out what the heck this is, and instead, I didn't find out what it is, but I did find out that there were supposed to be cigarettes included with this figure that weren't. So that's one thing. I still can't figure out why they included this head sculpt. I can't do anything with this. This is a substantial amount of things that I have to do in order to make this worth including, including buying a figure body, a clothing set. When they sell the Andy figure by itself, the same company, DAFTOYS does. Now, I will warn you, the Present Toys has a pre-order out right now for a set of both of these guys. And if you go and look at that, the head sculpts are just awful, god-awful. I don't know what they were trying to do. They obviously don't compete with what was already out there, which is with the DAFTOYS version. But yeah, I could have done without this. Other than that, so I love how easy this was to put together. These are magnets underneath here, and they secure under here because, once again, that's made out of heavy metal. But if you look from above, it's just kind of, it's weird how spaced out it is. It's too far. The gaps between the wood planks are just too far. As you can see from here. And he just rests very bizarrely on here. I'm resting one of the feet on here, but the other one just kind of dangles. But it is what it is. Overall, fantastic figure. I'm going to buy the other one just to make the complete set and have them both sitting here playing chess, and it's a great way to have it on display. The length, I mean the width of the bench is appropriate for Detolf, which I'm sure they kept in mind as they were conceptualizing this figure, as well as the width of the backdrop. So I appreciate that. Overall, I'm going to give this figure a 8.8 out of 10. The biggest shortcoming was just the nature of this thing and the inclusion of this random head sculpt that's more frustrating than it is flattering to the whole set. Anyway, see you guys next time.